one simple way to get motivated about anything. Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Mohammad Arshad, and in this video I want to share one simple way to get yourself motivated about absolutely anything. So motivation is one of those things which we feel like really helps us to achieve things. It helps us to do things, right? But sometimes you just lack the motivation. And there's lots of bigger things you can do to get motivated about something. So for example, having a great vision, like deciding exactly what you want to do, what's the benefits of getting there, and getting clear on exactly what you want to achieve, and all these kind of things, they really help you to get motivated in the long term, right? Like realizing, oh, I'm working hard because I want to do this, I want to do that. But in the short term, sometimes it can be difficult and it's easy to kind of fall out of motivation, right? So I want to share with you something that I do which really helps me to get back to where I want to be in terms of my levels of motivation, in terms of my level of desire. And that one simple trick is consuming the right things. Consuming the right things. What do I mean by that? Motivation is an internal thing, right? And it's to do with the way your mind, your body, your heart, your soul processes things. And what is that based on? Well, let's take an analogy of something like food, right? So let's say that I put something that is very harmful, in terms of like something that has like food poisoning, right? Let's imagine I eat something that is like food poisoning. What would happen to my body? What would happen is that my body would feel really bad. It would feel ill. I would probably puke up. I would probably need to go to the bathroom a lot. All kinds of horrible things would happen if you eat food which is poisoned, okay? In the same way, if you eat something like which is very fresh and healthy, let's say like this, some fresh fruit or some fresh salad or something, you know, your body's gonna get that energy boost. It's gonna feel really great. And this applies exactly in the same way to motivation. That if you, because the food for the soul, for the heart, for the mind, is not actual physical food, but it's all about what goes in from your eyes, what goes in from your ears, and so what you consume will have an impact on the way you feel, on the way you think, on the way that you see things, right? And so for that reason, the way you can kind of get yourself motivated is by really thinking about what you want to be motivated about. So for example, let's say that I want you to get motivated about reading the Quran, right? What I would advise is just consume lots of stuff about reading Quran, right? So for example, and we're so lucky, alhamdulillah, like I would say, like, you know, my great-great-grandfather probably had access to, like, I don't know, like a couple of hundred people, and he probably had access to almost no knowledge, right? Because in those days, I don't even know if they had that many libraries in Pakistan, right? So we, however, today, like, we click one button and we say something and Siri gets us information, or we go into Google search, type it in and get whatever we want. So it's the same with YouTube, right? Right now, you can actually type in stuff and get an answer immediately, alhamdulillah, right? So for example, if you really want to learn Quran and you feel your motivation's down, what you could do is you could go onto YouTube and go benefits of learning Quran, right? And then you get a video that tells you about the benefits of learning Quran. So you listen to that video. Now, when it comes to your motivation for learning Quran, after listening to that video, do you think your motivation to learn Quran will go up, down, or stay the same? Now, I'm telling you, it will go up, right? Because it starts telling you the great things about that. And it's the same thing about any subject. You just go online, you type in benefits of this, or you say ways to do this, or tips to do this, or how to make this easy. Like, just go out there and talk about these things very specifically in search, and then consume whatever it says. So if it talks about benefits of Quran, if you go and watch 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, short videos on it, if you go and read 2, 3 articles, if you like listening to stuff, listen to stuff, like whatever it is, but just fill your mind with the benefits, with the motivation, with the content that is to do with that topic, and you will see that your motivation will start to rise. And then if you do that consistently, on a consistent basis, like keep doing that, you will consistently feel like, okay, I need to focus on this, I need to do this, and you will keep wanting to do it, right? So make sure that you consume it. The other pro tip I want to give you as a side kind of bonus is that be very careful of when you consume things, okay? What do I mean by that is that I kind of made a policy a few years back that I said that I remember I was really ill one night, right? I was so ill and I was feeling really bad, but I felt that even though I was ill, in the middle of the night, I like picked up my phone And I looked at it and I was reading the messages, and sometimes like the messages will make you feel worse. Like if there's some bad news that come through in an email or this and that. And so for me, like, I looked at myself and I thought, you're so ill and you feel so bad, and yet you're picking up your mobile phone. It's like you're addicted to this thing, right? So what I said to myself, I said, right, from now on, inshallah, I will not check my phone in the morning until I have put good stuff in my head and done good stuff. I will not look at my phone, because otherwise it will put me in a really bad way for the day. So now what I've been doing for the last few years, alhamdulillah, is that basically I always make sure that I wake up and I would do wudu, I would pray fajr, I would read a bit of Quran, or do like my morning routine and do that stuff before I look at my phone. Sometimes like my Quran is on my phone, so I will go on my phone, but I will never check messages, my notifications are off, I will not look at email, I will not look at anything. And I think it's so important to do this, because it sets you up and it makes you have the right kind of intake early in the morning. Because if you consume things that are to do with Allah and worship and this and that, you can imagine how your day is going to go, compared to if you read an email saying, oh, this supplier just cancelled the contract, right? What kind of day are you going to have after that? And so going to Allah first in the morning, I think is very, very powerful. But overall, like I said, to get motivated on any subject, just make sure that you're consuming the right stuff. Try and do it as consistently as you can, and inshallah it will take your motivation to the next level. I hope it helps, and inshallah I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.